Before the story begins, notice the silence, the kind that feels heavier than sound, the kind where even your own breathing feels too loud, the kind that makes you suddenly aware of your heartbeat and how fast it can change. Human history is filled with unanswered questions. Long before science offered explanations, people tried to understand the unknown through stories. What's strange is how often the same kinds of creatures appear in completely different parts of the world, not as exact copies, but as echoes, similar shapes, similar behaviors. Stories meant to explain disappearances, strange deaths, moments when someone came back shaken, unable to explain what they saw, only how it made them feel. You're watching CreatureXX, and in this episode, we examine 9 mythical creatures that people once believed were real. After each one, we'll ask a single question. Did it truly exist, or did something else leave its mark? Number 9. The Rake. It doesn't arrive with noise, no footsteps, no breathing, just the faint creak of wood as fingers press into the edge of a bed. Most accounts begin the same way. A person wakes suddenly in the night, usually between 2 and 4 a.m. The air feels stale, unmoving, as if the room itself is holding its breath. The chest tightens, not from fear yet, but from the certainty that something is wrong. The room feels off, and not dark and not cold, just quiet in a way that feels deliberate. At the edge of the room, there's a shape, human-sized, crouched unnaturally low, limbs stretched too long, elbows bent backward at angles joints shouldn't allow, skin pulled tight over bone, pale like damp paper. No hair, no visible ears. Just dark eyes that reflect light, but never blink. It doesn't rush. That's what unsettles people most, and it just watches. In a 2006 report from upstate New York, a man described hearing the soft groan of floorboards as he tried to turn his head, only to realize his body wouldn't respond. His breath came shallow and uneven. The figure tilted its head slowly, as if listening, even when he tried to stop breathing altogether. By morning, it was gone, but near the ceiling, faint handprints remained, cold to the touch, pressed into the wall, with enough force to leave marks. A place far too high for any human to reach. Did the Rake really exist? There is no proof of a biological creature, but the handprints don't lie. They appear again and again, always too high, always deliberate, and if something can enter a locked room without a sound, imagine what waits in places no door can seal. Number 8. Grootslang. In the Richtersveld region of South Africa, there are caves locals refuse to enter. Not because they're unstable, not because they're marked dangerous, because something is believed to already live inside. The Grootslang is described as enormous, reaching 12 meters in length, its weight so great that stone grinds beneath it when it moves. Its body coils like a colossal serpent, thick and muscular, but its head is unmistakably elephantine, a heavy trunk brushing cave walls, small intelligent eyes reflecting torchlight from impossible depths. Miners working diamond tunnels in the early 1900s told the same story. Long after the last hammer strike faded and the tunnels fell quiet, they heard something else. Breathing. Not the kind you hear with your ears, the kind you feel in your teeth. A slow, deep pulse, as if the rock itself is inhaling, dust trembling loose from the ceiling, not hunting. Waiting. Some claim they heard stone scraping stone behind them. Others swore the darkness whispered their names, pulling them deeper underground. Did the Grootslang exist? No physical proof has ever been recovered, but miners didn't describe claws first. They described vibration, a sensation so strong it shook the walls. And that sensation lingers long after the tunnels fall silent. Number 7. Krampus. Winter once arrived early in alpine villages, snow-buried roads, darkness-swallowed afternoons. And when December came, parents didn't warn children about Santa, they warned them about what followed him. Krampus is described as towering, over 7 feet tall, hunched beneath twisted horns. His fur is thick and matted, damp with snow, smelling faintly of smoke and wet earth. Chains drag behind him, bells clinking softly with every step. Here's what makes Krampus feel real in the moment. You don't see him first. You hear one bell. Just one. In 17th century Austria, children lying awake described the same sound, metal brushing stone, a single bell ringing once. Then silence so deep it made ears ring. Krampus doesn't kill in the legends. He punishes. Birch branches sting skin. Sacks scrape across frozen ground. Footprints vanish by morning. Did Krampus exist? There's no proof of a demon stalking villages, but fear often begins with one small sound, and winter gave that fear a shape. Number 6. The Chimera. The hills of ancient Lycia fell silent at dusk. Shepherds returned early, flocks left behind. Those who stayed too long spoke of scorched grass beneath their feet and the sharp smell of burned hair on warm wind. Even the insects went quiet. Goats vanished. No tracks, no blood, just heat where the land shouldn't be warm. The Chimera was said to move slowly, a lion's body crushing stone, a goat's head bleeding in panic, a serpent tail striking on its own, then the heat, not a campfire heat, a sudden wave like opening an oven too close to your face. Ancient accounts describe flames rolling across hillsides and heat lingering long after the creature passed. Did the Chimera exist? Not as a 3-part monster, but the land felt burned before anything was seen. Scorch marks came first. Fear followed after. Number 5. Camazotz. The Maya didn't fear darkness. They feared what waited inside it. Camazotz ruled caves where torchlight vanished completely, depicted standing over 2 meters tall, wings wide enough to swallow firelight. The most disturbing detail isn't the teeth. It's the sound, not a screech, a soft, leathery brush. In the Popol Vuh, hero twins entered a chamber where sound died. Footsteps faded. The torch sputtered. Wings brushed stone overhead. One mistake, one heartbeat, one life lost. Bat-faced idols placed deep inside caves forced worshippers to walk inward away from light. Did Camazotz exist? Not as a god, but torches failing, air shifting, wings brushing stone. Those are sensations people don't forget. Number 4. The Minotaur. Knossos doesn't look like a maze from above, but step inside. Corridors twist without warning. Air grows stale. Footsteps echo back from the wrong direction. The Minotaur was said to stand nearly 9 feet tall. Heavy breathing filled the halls. Hooves struck stone slowly. You could hear movement without knowing where it came from. Those sent into the labyrinth didn't scream. Sound didn't carry. They vanished. Did the Minotaur exist? No evidence suggests a human-bull hybrid, but fear marked the hallways. Sound misled, and in that maze, imagination became lethal. Number 3. Godzilla. In 1954, Japan wasn't afraid of monsters. It was afraid of radiation. Godzilla emerged from the sea, standing over 100 meters tall, skin textured like scarred stone. Each step sent shockwaves through streets. Windows shattered. Metal screamed. The most memorable sensation isn't just the roar, it's the sound of a city breaking, steel twisting, concrete giving way, sirens rising then vanishing. Cities flattened, shadows burned into walls. Silence followed destruction. Godzilla wasn't born from myth. He was born from memory. Did Godzilla exist? Not as a creature, but the destruction did, and fear already had a shape. Number 2. The Golem. Prague. Late 15th century. Fog clung to cobblestones. Footsteps echoed, then stopped. A shape moved, not walking, being moved. The golem stood twice the height of a man, clay cracking softly with each step. No breath, no voice to just wait. It obeyed commands without hesitation. And that was the danger. One word carved into its forehead, one letter erased, and the body collapsed. Did the golem exist? No physical remains prove it, but cracked clay and a single word speak to a real fear power without control. Number 1. The Vampire. They didn't call them vampires at first, they called them the Returned. In 18th century Serbia, villagers reopened graves at dawn. Cold soil numbed their fingers, coffins creaked open. Bodies bloated, blood where it shouldn't be. The dead looked wrong. Fear spread faster than disease. Stakes were driven, bones cracked, not cruelty, desperation. Did vampires exist? Not as immortal undead, but sickness was real, and fear filled the silence between answers. The legends fade, the questions don't, and if creatures like these never existed, why does the silence still feel watched? CreatureXX, subscribe, because some legends disappear, and others wait.